G'day and welcome back to Motivation Inc., where we talk about money and metals. And welcome to another episode of Australian Constitutional Silver. And we're looking right now at some pre-decimal constitutional silver. And we've got approximately $1,000 in actual silver weight there, probably closer to $1,500 in collectible value, plus some tens of dollars in copper pre-decimal coins there as well. There's a few coins to look at. We've got a 3 pence coin, a threepence. The ones with the wheat on the reverse. On the obverse has got George the Sixth, as we get closer to the camera for you. Queen's father. The other threepences have got the 1910 Australian coat of arms on the reverse, and King George the Fifth, the Queen's grandfather, on the obverse. There's probably a couple there with Her Majesty as well. Here's a sixpence or 6 pennies with the coat of arms. Who's on the reverse? Her grandfather, King George V. I think I spied one here with Her Majesty on the reverse. Now, this is the first effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II by Mary Gillick. She ascended to the throne in 53. So 54 onwards, we've got Her Majesty on the coins. Next is a shilling. We've got the Ram's Head shilling, the famous Ram's Head shilling, which was also on the Australian 50-cent piece in the modern decimal currency on the 25th and 50th anniversaries of decimal currency. The Ram's synonymous with the wealth of Australia in the early days of the colonies. Who's on the back of this one? Oh, Her Majesty. There you go. Beautiful coin. And there's also a florin. That's a 1952, so that's probably going to have Her Majesty on the back. No, 50. Oh yes, 52 was her father, King George VI. He passed away in 53. There we go. Lovely. Now, there's also some florins, the 1954 florins. These are interesting in that this design with the lion and the kangaroo were designed for King George VI's visit to Australia, but unfortunately, as I said just now, he fell ill and passed away. So this visit was conducted by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and her husband Prince Philip, just a year after she was crowned, and that's why it's got her effigy, the Mary Gillick effigy, on the back, or on the obverse. Now, the jewel in the crown of my pre-decimal coin collecting, pun intended, is the 1937 and 1938 crowns. Took me a while to get these, and I'm really pleased to get them. This is a beautiful design. This is a George Kruger Gray designed this crown with the Commonwealth of Australia as we were known. One crown and the year 1937. The obverse by Thomas H. Paget, or Paget, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. King George VI, the Queen's father. And the same design is on the 1938. Now, the thing about these crowns is that they were really unpopular. Most Australians didn't like the size and the weight of them to carry around in their pocket change. So there was 1,008,000 of these approximately minted in 1937. But the public complained about them. So there was only ended up being about approximately 101,000 minted in 1938, and they were pulled from circulation, melted down, I guess. Sterling silver, the mint's going to melt that down and use that for better uses or other uses. But thanks to collectors, there's about a quarter of these left, or just over a quarter of the 1937 crowns, and just under a half, it's estimated, that there's left of the 1938s. So this is 28.27 grams in weight, which is a good. It feels really good. Like, it feels like actual money. So, I don't know what people were doing in the old days, but this feels like real money to me, as compared to the, government-backed promissory notes we call fiat currency these days. And it's 38.5 millimeters in diameter, 92.5% silver, 7.5% copper, so that makes it sterling silver. Done by the Melbourne Mint. And in very good condition, these can fetch between roughly $26, and in uncirculated condition, over $210. But what we're really interested in these is the silver weight. So they're 26.149 grams of silver, which is about 84% of 1 ounce of silver. So, today's Sunday, the 14th of September, and silver's about $63 an ounce. So this coin is about $53 at least just in silver weight. And the same thing goes for the 1938 crown. But, they're collectibles, so they're certainly worth a bit more than that. All right, well, that's my pre-decimal constitutional silver, and these are prized possessions of mine. I've got one 1938. I'm going to try and get 10 of the 1937 crowns, and then eventually I'll get one of each of every coin in the pre-decimal days. Well, if you enjoyed this kind of video, remember to hit the like button, and if you've got some of these coins or some further information on pre-decimal coins or pre-decimal Australian constitutional silver, please put your comments in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. And if you want to see more great videos on Australian coins and collecting, silver collectibles and gold and silver stacking, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and that way we'll get to see more of each other. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you later.